What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Wednesday pod where we can talk about any and everything. I'm your girl, Becca. I'm here with Marvin, who's always eating. What's up, Marv?
What up? What up? What up, nigga?
What's going on? Happy Wednesday.
Happy hump day.
And do the Humpty Hump. Do the Humpty Hump. Do it, baby. No, anyway. So I wish I could see us right now. We both doing a Humpty dance. Anyway, what's going on with you, Merv? How's your Wednesday? How's your week so far?
Sluggish as fuck.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
Oh man, you ain't got no energy. You need a Red Bull that gives you wings.
What? Red Bull gives you what?
It gives you wings.
Oh, I need something. Shit. I went to goddamn. I went with my homeboy and his brothers. Some of my peoples to Galveston, Texas this past weekend.
Okay.
It's called like the Lone Star Rally. So it's like it's a motorcycle rally, but it's not called Black Biker Weekend or White Biker Weekend. It's called Lone Star. So it's like a mixed crowd. It's like you got about half white, half black. But I heard the last 3 or 4 years, each year has been more and more black people showing up. I guess as we start hearing about it more. But it's in Galveston, Texas. It's on the beach. It's actually a dope ass beach. It's kind of like on the low, underrated kind of beach kind of thing. It's like a boardwalk beach, or whatnot. And so it's an hour behind East Coast from where I'm at.
Okay.
All right. So I got there, flew in the middle of the night to get there. Went an hour back from Columbia.
You said middle of the night. What time was your flight?
Oh, it's like 5:30 a.m.
Oh, well, that's early in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still dark outside.
Right. And you gotta get to the airport before that.
Yeah, so you had to get to the airport at least 3 a.m.
At least 4 a.m. So I mean, I had to get there by 3 something.
Yes.
But I had to leave my house like before 3 and shit.
2 something.
So got there and with the what do you call that shit? Texas, the food hut, the wing hut, turkey hut.
Oh, turkey leg hut.
Yeah, turkey leg hut.
Yeah.
Talk
about it because they in the news right now.
Yeah, like listen, the ambiance is good. Like it was the middle of the day, like we got there like 12 noon. Yeah, DJ playing. They had hookah. So it was a good vibe.
Right.
But all the stuffed turkey wings with dirty rice, shrimp, and Alfredo sauce over it.
Before you get into your story, I'm sorry to interrupt. We're gonna bring on a special guest. We say special guest because this guy is so unpredictable, and whenever he arrives, it is special. But when he arrives, he never arrives on time. Everybody, give it up for Mark.
Merv got finished his story because I was listening behind the scenes. So I was like, Merv got finished that up for me. You know what I'm saying? I got to hear the rest of that.
Before he got into his story, I wanted to bring you in because, if we don't bring you in now while you're here, who knows? You might disappear and never come back.
Nah. Yeah, I fucking leave and come back 30 minutes later in the middle of fucking deep conversation and then message one of us, hey, y'all, bring me on. No, nigga, you was already on. You was already on.
All
right, so Mark, you was in the background listening. Merv was about to tell us a story about Turkey Leg Hut. So you got there. There was DJ. There's hookah, and what else?
Yeah, vibe is good chill vibe and shit. Ordered stuffed turkey wing, come with dirty rice, shrimp, and Alfredo sauce over, right? So that motherfucker was $30-something plus tax. But I'm like, I hear a lot about it. I want to check it out. I'm in Houston, so hell, I got that shit. One, I had to ask the goddamn server. I said, "Come on, where my shrimp at?"
Because for $30, I need every
Yo,
meat.
Hell yeah!
listen,
I need it all.
I done ate on both sides of the fucking. Now the turkey leg was big as shit. I done ate on this half.
Because ain't no turkey that big, but okay.
I done ate on this
Now,
half.
now make the comparison. When you get a turkey for Thanksgiving, right? And you look at that turkey leg, it's normal size. But when you go to a turkey leg hut and you get this big ass turkey leg, what turkey is that? What breed of turkey is that? Because the turkey leg on that is not the same turkey leg that we're gonna get in 2 weeks. That's not the same turkey leg.
I mean, shoot. In fairness, though, I was like, if you ever been to Buffalo and had actual buffalo wings, them shits is big as fuck. Like, so I don't know, you know.
I don't know, but anyway, go ahead, Merv.
That shit come from the Flintstones.
Right.
That damn Dino turkey wing.
Yes. Absolutely.
So I done ate on both halves. You know what I'm saying? This half and some of this half. Still ain't got no goddamn turkey. But my waiter was like, you know what? I got you. He brought me back a little cup of shrimp and shit, you know, to put on top. So all right, cool. That killed that shit. But nah, it was good. It was good. It wasn't $30-something plus tax good.
Okay.
It wasn't $30-something plus tax good. I think you pay for the brand, the name, and the ambiance. And the ambiance is what you're paying for. No, now hold up. When I say ambiance, I mean far as like the vibe. Because the motherfucker's in the hood.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Motherfuckers in the hood.
Yeah.
we pay for parking, right? I say, hey, come on park at $10. He said, y'all park anywhere else, they're gonna take your goddamn they're gonna pull your alternator. I was like, goddamn, in the middle of the day? He said, yes, sir.
See?
Oh yeah, you know, up here they still them catalytic converters. You know what I mean?
You say that too?
Yeah, they still
That's the
them
first
all
thing
the
you
time
mentioned.
up here.
Oh yeah.
In the middle of the goddamn day.
Yeah. In the
Yeah.
middle of the day.
So we stopped there then we head to the beach. Galveston's like an hour and a half from Houston.
Yeah.
Drink, party, rode on slingshots. I don't fuck with motorcycles, but a couple of the other homeboys that I was with had motorcycles. So barely slept. Then my flight back was 6 a.m.
Oh, okay.
But
because the time changed.
Time went back, and Galveston is an hour and a half from the Houston airport.
Oh, so you winning because you got 2 hours.
Hell no. Because Houston airport is a lot bigger than Columbia, so I can't fuck around.
Oh,
so that means I had to be there at 4 a.m. to leave at 6. That means I had to leave at 2:15 a.m. So I left straight from partying to head to the goddamn airport. I think I got an hour nap in. Head to the goddamn airport.
Damn. And I can do what? Went to work?
No. I mean, went straight to the airport to fly back to Columbia.
But when you got back to Columbia, what you do? Go home and go to sleep?
Hell yeah, I passed the fuck out.
I to say, I know you ain't.
But you gotta understand, if that was young Merv, he'd have went straight to work from the flight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, I mean, that's the way it rolled.
Yeah.
I had a time last night.
So
I had a time last night.
I've been in recovery mode the whole goddamn week.
Yeah, you know what I mean? For real. You know, after the time you had, it takes like minor surgery, you know what I mean, for to make sure you're right. You know what I'm saying? Seriously.
You really do. When you go out, like when you step out like you used to back in your 20s, it really do take you a day or two to recover. Like you gotta take, even sometimes when you go on vacation, like when you go on vacation, that day you come back, you gotta take the next day off. Like you have to get your body. It's so crazy that you need a vacation from the vacation because you really do gotta take the next day off just to sleep and do nothing because you're not back right yet. That's so crazy. Well, I'm glad you had a good time, Merv. I didn't do anything. I'm just working, still trying to. Now that we're in this new space, every day I've given myself go through one box and figure out what to do there and all of that because I don't like clutter. I don't like clutter, and I don't like feeling like I'm still in storage. So It's been about 2 weeks now that we've been here. So everything is finally starting to get back to where it was. So now just trying to figure out where to put new things, and now we have more space, but you want to fill the more space with more stuff, but then you don't because then it feels small again. So it's a lot going on over here, but that's it. Ain't much going on over here with me. What about you, Mark? What's going on with you? How's your Wednesday? Happy Hump Day.
Man, it was cold. That's number one, right? The cold that caught up to us. We was living the life, right? I mean, it was 80 degrees on Monday. It was like, in the high 70s, like all last week. And then the day is cold. But here's my problem, bigger problem than the weather. The damn gas prices. I'm just like, maybe like a month ago, right? I was getting gas literally for $3.20 a gallon. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh yeah, hell yeah. Right? Now we up to about $4. We back to $4.
These gas prices are as unpredictable as Kanye.
I'm I'm talking to the boy in the gas joint. The boy Habib. I'm like, yo, B.
Not Habib.
It was $3.20. You know what I'm saying? It's $4. He's like, man. He's like, well, everybody else, got the prices raised, so we got to do the same. I'm like, man, Habib. I'm like, look, man, I've been coming to you for years, boy. I'm like, I think you can hook me up on the back end or something. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. $4 a gallon ain't cool right now.
Yeah, it's about these gas prices is crazy, and this weather is crazy. It's so much going on in the world that's unpredictable. The weather, the gas, Kanye,
and man, but it's like a hurricane that's going to come in Florida, and then it's moving up the coast or whatever, and then we all getting rain. Well, we getting rain all the way up here on Friday. That's what they
say. And it's supposed to be cold next week. Like I looked at the degrees, it's supposed to be like the high of 50s.
Down there?
Yes. It was 80 today. It was nice. I went outside in my t-shirt today.
Dang.
Yeah, like it don't really get super, super cold where you need a coat to like around this time. Like Thanksgiving is when you're actually like, oh, it's cold outside. But it's those days where one day is 80, one day is 50, next day is 70, next day is 60. It's like you don't know whether to wear shorts or whether to wear pants. So you wear a long sleeve, but then again, you might wear a short sleeve with a jacket. So this weather is like, it's crazy.
Well, like this, if you get sick, you kind of know what happened. You know what I'm saying? If you get sick, you know what happened.
Right. So let's get into it. It's Wednesday, which means we are the day after elections. I'm not sure if y'all vote. Anybody listening have voted, but if you did or if you did not, what's your experience? Merv, did you vote yesterday? Because every time I see these things happen, for some reason I have a question after y'all get through. Why do y'all post y'all sticker? I voted today. Everybody did that. Everybody posted their sticker on their thumb or on their car thing, or people put it on their cheek or on their shirt. I voted today. Okay, you want a cookie? Like, why? Why do people do that?
I don't know. Listen, I don't know why. Did you say a white person?
No, I'm saying people every election. I see people do that. Like they'll put they
give out them stickers at the polling place, and then people put it on and whatever.
Well, in my opinion, people post that to encourage other people to vote, and it's almost like I voted. We post every fucking thing else, but I think people do that to like, okay, I voted. I hope you're going to vote too.
Yeah.
And in the black community, that motherfucker is needed because we will complain like a motherfucker, but we won't take our ass to go vote. But then be the first ones that don't complain, be the first one, the ones that complain be the first one. The one that don't vote be the first one to motherfucking complain.
Yeah.
So I think the black community do that shit to try to get other people in the black community to go vote. I think that's why they post it.
I mean, yeah, I can see why. A lot of people also use that as a way to be like, you know, it gives them a little bit more of a status to say I voted, and like if you ain't vote, you ain't shit. Like a lot of people do that too. And I've noticed that, you know, a lot of people in our age group, millenniums, like we never really voted until Obama. There was never a real need for people to be interested in politics or anything like that until Obama came, because that was the first black president, right? And a lot of people since then have had more interest in politics because of that. There are still many people though that don't vote for the local elections. They only vote for presidential.
Which is stupid as fuck. I'm probably stepping on some toes right now. And Beck, I know you said 5 minutes tops. But listen, this is our platform. We don't have a big ass platform like, you know, some other people, but it's our goddamn platform. You know what I'm saying? And everybody might not agree with me, but the local votes, the local primary votes is actually more fucking important than the presidential vote, because the local primary votes is actually shit that can affect us day to day, can affect our lives, can affect our kids, can affect how we're enduring in the local county that we're fucking live in.
In our daily life, yes, they're the closest.
Right.
The rules that they make and the laws they implement are the ones that affect us most directly and immediately.
Exactly.
Like your local governor, even in your county, it could be people that you have no idea. When you're driving down the street and you see names, stick names in the streets, and you don't know who these people are, that's your chance to go say, who's in charge of the county that I live in? Who's the person that makes the decisions for the county that I live in? A lot of people usually don't pay attention to that. And I've seen a lot of people post on my timeline about not voting because they don't know who these people are. And they don't want to go vote for just Democrat because sometimes
that's a cop-out excuse. Because if you don't know who these people are, and that's the reason for not to vote, because you just don't want to vote for anybody, you know what the fuck you can do? You can find out who the fuck these people are and then vote for the best motherfuckers. Like, what the fuck kind of excuse that is? You don't want to vote for the wrong person? Well, goddamn, do some research. Are you serious?
I'm gonna say like this though, right? Like, I think the local elections are way more important than any election. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, they're right there, like in your city. So
I saw that.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know, like if you look at it like this, right? Like, yo, like for my city, you know, crime is like super high, and you know what I mean, we got a weak ass district attorney, right? Now he ain't up for, you know, re-election till the next one, right? But I'm like, the last election, I didn't vote for him. I voted for the other guy. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, yo, this shit out of control. And this DA we got, all he do is lock up cops. Like, I mean, you know, I'm like, locking up a bad cop, cool. But what about, you know, Pookie and them who shoot up the block every other week? You know what I mean? You ain't locked them up. So I'm just saying the local election is real important. And you can always bump into them folks all the time. So whatever questions you have or whatever you need to say to them, you need to get in touch with them, you can. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, the elections on a higher level, state and federal, then it's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But I was like, local, you know what I'm saying? You should wanna you know, I mean, put your bid in, put your vote in for that. You know, but state and federal, I don't really know how much they affect. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least for my state. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the other thing about that, right? Besides Trump was an anomaly. Your local elects that you're voting for in 22 is going to be your presidential nominees elects in 2039, 2042. A lot of the presidents start local.
Yeah.
They start
They
local.
do.
That's what they
Obama
build.
did.
That's how they build their resume.
Obama.
So even
That's exactly how Obama made his way up the ladder. Started as
right. So
Mhm.
even your local primary elect can have an effect, a domino effect on the presidential elect 10, 16, 22 years from now. The more you have on your resume, the better you a chance you have to run for president. So
Right.
if you don't vote or local and you let somebody that has none of your best interests keep winning,
Yeah.
the more they win, the better chance they have to move up and up and up in the politics and fuck around, run for president. And then that
Well,
person, so
I'm
your
gonna tell
local,
you.
go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you the funniest thing though. Because I took my mom to vote. Right. So the funniest thing is these older ladies, right? And I'm like, man, I'm really just listening, and I'm like, these are some hard cussing ladies, and they all cussing out Dr. Oz. Like, I mean, man, listen, they call them everything but the child of God in there, in that polling place. It was crazy. I'm just like, man, I'm trying to, get my mom in the booth so she can do, and then get her out, and then she's still talking, and she's still cussing. I'm like, Lord, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it was funny though. But I'm just like, man, I get it. You know what I mean? I get, how people can be animated about this stuff, right? And even looking, just driving through the city, right? When you're in the city, you seen all these John Fetterman signs, right? He won. I mean, Oz hasn't, what's the word when you say you ain't lost yet?
What you mean, like the runoff, or?
Yeah, no.
The tie.
When you he ain't concede. That's it.
Okay.
Like, I
Okay.
don't think he conceded yet, right? But you know what I'm saying? But once you get outside of Philadelphia, right, and you get in the county, it wasn't nothing but Dr. Oz signs, like anywhere in the county. So it's like it's Philly, and then it was the county. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, I think this happens in a lot of places where, I mean, if you're in a Democratic city, right, you're going to see the Democratic candidate, whoever's running, mayor, senator, governor, whatever, right? But once you get outside the county, you ain't really going to see them signs. You're going to see it for, a red candidate. You know what I mean? For real,
Or for the
like,
county that you're currently in.
but it's like the moment you drive outside the city, though. That's how crazy that is. You be like, yo, I'm 5 minutes outside the city. Yo, it's red. Your city surrounded by red. That's how crazy that is.
Well, hopefully at some point people can realize how much the local elections mean just as much as the presidential. Because to be honest with you, whatever laws that the president makes has to come down the ladder so fast, so far to reach the local people that you start to have the conversation of Obama didn't do anything for Black people, right? That was the conversation when he was in office. And you have to realize that he has so many people that he has to consider when he's making these laws, that the Black people that are at the bottom, let's just say air quotes, are not going to be the ones who really feel it. But when your local politicians make a law, right, you're the first one to feel it. It's local. It ain't but 1 or 2 steps above you. The president is all up here. So his law has to trickle down. And then sometimes you have situations where even though the president says this, states can make their own decisions, like Roe versus Wade, right? You have some states that allow it, some states that don't allow abortions, and some states that do. So even the state then at that point can make a different decision than what the masses is making, which is why it's important for you to know who's in charge of your state. Because if you voted for somebody that's going to go against the normal or go with the normal, you need to know that.
Plus the House and the Senate actually got. I mean, we really look at technically the House and Senate got more power than the president. Because the president can try to set up a law, and the House and Senate, if it's ran by the opposite party and they don't like it, they can overturn it. It still has to be approved by the Senate and the House. and those also come from the primaries.
Right.
So like, but yeah, we definitely everybody should. If you are over 18, you should go out there and vote. You should go out there and vote. Like in Georgia, we got Herschel Walker in a runoff with Warnick. I don't know if y'all have listened to any of the debates with Herschel Walker.
That's crazy.
Like
He compared himself to Ricky Bobby.
in my opinion, I don't know how the hell is a runoff. I think it's because he won Heisman in Georgia, and I have no idea how it is. I don't know. I have no idea how it is a runoff.
I think it's rigged.
I think
no, it ain't rigged. Right? And don't say, Becca, don't say rigged. If you say rigged, black people already look for a reason not to vote. So I knew you joking.
Yeah.
But by saying rigged, it's gonna give black people even more. See, that's why we got damn vote.
But yes,
you know what though?
That's what people already think.
I think to be honest though, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think when people say go vote, it's like yeah, you do it, but I think if you do your research on the candidates, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, look, it's times where, like I didn't like either candidate. So I wasn't voting in that because I didn't like either candidate and went to the next one. So sometimes, you can go and vote, but you know what I mean? If you don't like either candidate for either side, then it's just like, skip over that and go to the candidate that you do endorse. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
When it comes to something like that, I'll choose the lesser of the two evils. There's always a better choice between two people.
That's what people did with Biden. A lot of people wasn't big fans of Biden, but he was the lesser of two evils.
Yeah. I think because my dad had told me that, and I remember this was a election that was a while ago, right? But it was a local election, but two of the people who was running were straight scumbags. Like, and I read up on them too. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, but then he always said try to separate the man from what policies he votes for, right? Mm-hmm. Like the man could be a straight scumbag, but what policies he endorsed, you know what I'm saying, might be, aligned with what you would do. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, try to, and I'm like, we talked about this in other genres, right? Like, remember how he's talking about like R. Kelly, like, separate the man from the music. Sometimes you got to separate the politician from what he actually votes on. You know what I'm saying? And then that way, maybe you can arrive at a better choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, he might be a scumbag, but the way, he voted on these particular laws, right, might align with what I would vote on if I was in his position. And then maybe look at it like that.
Yeah, the political conversation is very difficult, and you really do, like Murph said, you have to do your research and know a lot about history and know a lot about the candidates. You got to know about their story. It's a lot that you have to know, and some people just don't want to really do that work. They don't want to do that researching to find out exactly what's going on, because then it feels to most people like rabbit hole. Once you find out one thing, then you got to find out more, and you got to go look at who he's going against, who she's going against, what they stand for, where they come from, what's their past, what they plan to do. Do they have history of following through on their word? It's a lot. So that deters a lot of people from voting.
Nope.
Or like thinking it's rigged.
I'm gonna say one more point, and this is really for the sports people who are kind of on the fence. If you can debate who's better, Michael Jordan or LeBron James, you can do this fucking research. Don't tell me you can't, because you got every research stat in the book for or against the guy. I mean, it's so detailed, this shit that I never even knew. You know what I'm saying? Well, look, LeBron was born at 7:49 a.m. and Michael Jordan was born at 7:52. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That 3 minutes difference.
So don't give me that shit.
Right.
That you can't research it when you research everything else, that you like. Don't give me that.
Right.
Well, and go ahead, somebody says there's no such thing as a lesser of two evils. There is a such thing. Maybe I should have used. Maybe I should have not used those words. Let me say, there is a such thing as this candidate is better than this candidate.
Yeah.
No candidate is the same. So let me change it up. No candidates are the same. This candidate is better for what I'm looking for, or this candidate is better for what I'm looking for. All right. This candidate might have 20% of what I'm looking for, which is low. All right. But this candidate might only have 5% of what I'm looking for, what could benefit me. So guess what? Vote for that candidate that has 20%. It's still better. The candidate has 20% compared to the candidate has 5% of what can benefit you. The 20% is going to be higher than 5. No matter how you try to count it, 20 is higher than 5. So it's always a better candidate for what you're looking for. And here's the other thing, all right? You don't like the candidate that's a 5%, that's probably the worst one, and you say you're not going to vote. If you don't vote for the other candidate, it's just like you voted. If you don't, let me use names because it sounds confusing. Let's use Trump and Hillary.
Yeah.
People didn't like either candidates. All right. So when you didn't vote for Hillary because you didn't like either candidate, you just by default you basically voted for Trump.
Yeah, whether it's voluntarily or involuntarily, when you don't vote, you choose your vote.
You decide who the fuck the candidate who wins, regardless.
Yeah.
You decide. Whether you vote or don't vote, you are deciding who the candidate is. So I much would rather Hillary and the shit that came with her over Trump and the shit that came with him. Is always a better candidate, y'all.
Right.
Even if you don't like the candidate, it's always a better candidate for what your base is, what your belief is, or what you're looking to get out.
And most people feel with politicians, they all have an agenda. So it's really hard to pick a, for lack of a better word, a moral politician, right? They all have an agenda and they all kind of do certain things. When you're dealing with politics and you're dealing with, especially for us Black people, systemic racism is really difficult to just go in there and be completely moral. I'm paraphrasing, big air quotes on that, because a lot of people say it is possible. If you have a moral compass, it doesn't matter what position that you're in, you still be able to bring that moral compass to what you do. But in politics, it's very difficult, and everyone has an agenda. So what Merv is saying, for people who may misunderstand, is what he's saying is, out of A or B, whichever one fits the most of what you want, that's who you vote for. It's a phrase of saying the two evils. It's like, do you want bacon, egg, and cheese on an egg McMuffin, or do you want it on a bagel? Like, that's all.
Right.
That's all it is.
Right.
So hopefully, when these elections come along, people will, if you want to, because a lot of people still don't vote. If you want to decide to get in there and get your research on. If you can research why you don't feel Beyonce is as good as MJ, if you don't feel like LeBron is as good as Michael Jordan, if you can do all of that research and get through all the stats and look at everything and go back to when Michael Jordan was a nobody, then for two politicians that affect your everyday life, I'm sure you can do that too.
Before we leave, real quick, because Rika brought a point that she don't feel like things will change until we get stronger, so the independent party get more power and influence. And that's tricky, and I agree, because then you have three parties. You don't have just a Democrat party and a Republican party. The tricky thing about that is when somebody runs independent, until they get the influence, they take away from other candidates. And a lot of times take away from other candidates, where the candidates you probably wanted to win may not win because a lot of votes went to the independent. So I agree, but it's tricky. I don't know how to. I wish there was a way we could microwave the independent candidates to more influence.
Yeah.
I know you can't, but she has a point. I agree, but where they're at right now, it actually hurts us more
Yeah.
than helping.
Yeah.
But hey.
So moving on, there was something that a lot of people have been talking about, and I wanted to get two fellas on. So it's good that you guys are here. For those that may or may not watch Love and Hip Hop, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is currently on, and there was an episode recently where Little Scrappy, if anybody knows about Little Scrappy and his relationship with his mom, it's up and down. It's a love-hate relationship, right? Mama D, she's one of those grandmothers that are antics. She's
She a
young.
madam. She's a madam.
Right. She's still popping.
She always was though.
She was a drug dealer. She
and
a
pimp.
One thing
and
she doesn't lie, and a pimp. She has not lied about her past, but what we have always seen is that a lot of times she can be over dramatic, and it's funny.
Oh, absolutely.
It's funny most of the time, but then you got to realize that she also does have children, and she does have a son that we all know, Little Scrappy, who was also in the business as a rapper, and their relationship has played out on the screen for the past couple of years. In this most recent episode, Little Scrappy loses his cool when it comes to his mom. So I want to play this and ask the fellas your opinion on this, because this actually, as a woman, I don't have a son. I'm not a man, but I actually felt everything that he was saying. So just listen to this.
I grew up in a whorehouse. I grew up in a trap house. Yeah. So all I knew was that. You know what I'm saying? And I love you because you held it down. Like, you did what you had to do. But imagine, you never had to, point of view. You never had to sleep with your mama 24/7 because you couldn't go in your room. Okay. You never had to walk in on my dope. Yeah. You never had to walk in on my just you know what I'm saying? The way I was raised, I had to deal with that because everything that happened, I had to deal with that. And I'm still dealing with it because ain't nobody come and take me to give me no help. Ain't nobody got me no help. I learned about that when I got older. Okay, so do you know this real good? Like, this this in my head, my whole life, in my head. The I go through, I can't even go to her, she hard. I can't go to you hard. So I'm on the concrete, my granddad ain't been hard. Wow. But guess what? And I ain't taking nothing from you because you put me there. You put money in my... You gave me to help my rap career and all that. Ain't nobody do that but you. So I love my mama. It's okay though. And I love my wife. Yeah. But I love you. You feel me? Son, but this is my baby. I just can't change his appetite.
So even after all of that, Mama D still says, watch how you talk to me. I'm still your mother. You're still disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
Fellas, what do y'all think? Mark, I'll start with you. As a man, right, that has, you have a mom that you either may or may not get along with, but your upbringing now as an adult, you can go back and either say thank you, mom, for the way you raised me, or say, yo, mom, the way I was raised was kind of trifling. How do you feel about that conversation between Scrappy and his mom about him saying, yo, I was raised in a trap house by a whore. How could you not understand where I'm coming from?
I mean, I kind of get where he's coming from, but it's like, she did what she had to do to raise you, and you got to a better life. I mean, was raised in his situation, might have not got there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you can't down your mom for that. I mean, does it bring, some painful times that you had to endure as a kid, stuff that a kid probably shouldn't go through? Yeah. But, you got to be like, look, mom made the best of a crazy situation, and I turned out okay. I mean,
Looks like we lost him. What it sounded like he was going to say is, I turned out okay, even though, I went through all of that. Merv, what you got? We'll wait for him to come back.
But all right, but before he started talking, do you know what happened? What led to that?
Well, what the situation that makes their relationship really rocky lately is the fact that he's married to Bambi now.
Yeah.
And what Mama D has shown lately is that there's a slight jealousy in the fact that Bambi is now the woman in his life. And he has children with her. Bambi has been pregnant since they've gotten married. Like, she's literally had a baby like almost every year, every other year. So they have 4 kids together, right? So in situations like that, he's needed at the house. But Mama D has a real selfish, jealous type of demeanor when it comes to Scrappy. And I've seen a lot of single mothers with sons that deal with that have a very possessive, jealous thing when it comes to their son. And when their son has anything else that grabs their attention, whether it be work or another woman or whatever, they start to misbehave. Mama D has always been this way with Scrappy, but they have let her pass a lot of times in regards to her behavior and the things she does and she says. He's reached he's reached his boiling point. Bambi has also said, listen, I'm not rocking with your mom, okay? She can be she can be a grandmother to these grandkids, but it's got to be sporadically. Like, I can't take her. I can't take her at all. So
yeah. Do you know what happened right before this?
Well,
before he started that rant.
Well, the argument was about the way he has been with the way that she feels separated from them and the kids, because Bambi is like, yo, your mom's is trifling. I can't have her around like that. And she is trifling, and Scrappy agrees. So they've kind of pulled back from Mama D because they don't want no parts of her behavior. And she's now lashing out. So that was the conversation. Like,
okay. Well, I wish Mark was on here. I wish Mark, and I wish and hopefully Mark heard the context of what led to that. Because after you telling me what led to that, then that's why he was saying what he was saying about, Mom, I grew up in a trap house. I grew up in a horror house. I'm seeing
like that for years. She's been like that, honestly, since season 1.
Yeah. So I think all he's trying to say is trying to explain to his mom, like, look, the way I grew up, granted, I may not have had a choice, but it was fucked up the way I grew up. The way I grew up, a kid didn't have to grow up that way. I appreciate you turning lemons into lemonade because you helped me get my career and whatnot. But I'm at the position now that my kids don't have to deal with that. All right, my girl don't have to deal with that. So why can't we just break this fucking, like, we here now, we don't have to do that shit anymore. But so let's change the fucking mentality. Mama D has never changed her fucking mentality. So what I'm hearing Scrappy say is like, yo, I'm trying to change that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been instilled me. I've been running for so fucking long. That's the way I am. But I'm trying to change that shit for my kids and for my goddamn girl. So I think he's just trying to. I don't think he's meaning to be disrespectful. But with Mama D, he may feel that's how the fuck he got to talk to her. Because, like he said, you hard as shit. Everybody around is just hard as shit. Y'all don't show emotions. So I can't talk to you tender because that shit ain't going to affect you. That shit's not going to touch you. Mm-hmm. So I feel like you making me respond to talk to you this way. So I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm trying to get to you. I'm trying to get my point across. And it seemed like the only way I get my point across. But no, I love you. But at the same time, I gotta break the fuck away
Yeah.
from that old cycle, that old mentality. I don't want that shit for my kids. I don't want that shit for my wife. I don't have to do it. I don't have to sell drugs. I don't have to be a pimp. Because
Yeah.
fortunately, I made it through rap. I'm making legit money of royalties and shit. So my kids don't have to deal with that kind of shit. You don't have to deal with that. You don't have to be that way no more. So why not change for my kids and my wife?
Right. And what Sharice put in the comments is that she's been spreading rumors about Scrap wanting a divorce. So there's been talks, in marriage, especially when you're on television, whatever, it's a lot of opinions in your marriage. So there's been a lot of talk about the two of them getting a divorce because at some point Bambi was like, I can't do this anymore. She was complaining about, especially during her pregnancies, because they were back to back, that Scrap wasn't there. He wasn't as involved as he could have been. He wasn't as catering as he could have been. And his stance was, I'm out having these shows so I can make money so I can provide for the family. So either you want me there rubbing your feet every pregnancy or you want me to make the money. One of them got to give. And it's like a conversation that we've had before about, do you want a busy man or do you want a man making money? Do you want a man busy making money or do you want him in your face all the time? This is what women want. And they say, I want both. Well, if you want a man with money, he's got to go out and make that money. So he can't be in your face all the time. And that's what Scrappy was trying to tell Bambi. So there was, women talk in situations like that, especially on TV. So she's been mentioning about, should I get a divorce? What should we do? Mama D ran with the story and told everybody to get a divorce, and she only married Scrappy for the money, but Bambi got her own money. So it's just a lot of messy, petty stuff, TV stuff. And I think that for those who have watched Love and Hip Hop progress, you've seen where Scrappy catered a lot to his mom and her behavior and her antics because it was just the two of them, and she's performative. So she's funny, but sometimes, it's the, I'm gonna give you an inch and you take a mile. So yeah, you cracking jokes, but now everything ain't funny. And now I'm an older man married with 4 kids. So I can't be kikiing with you. I have a family to provide to now. So you gotta be a husband and a father. I can't be under you no more.
And all the other women previous to Bambi didn't last. Like they was around, but they was like, yo, I'm out. So Mama D really haven't had to really deal with another woman on a long-term basis because normally they got tired of all the overall antics and they bailed from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. But Bambi was the one. But
girlfriends too.
But Bambi ended up being the one that, he started kicking with. She started kicking with him, and she stuck. She ain't bounced, and she had plenty of opportunity and reasons to bounce.
Yeah.
So with her staying, and getting married and having kids, Mama D, like you said, has always been her because all the other ones they just didn't stick around long enough. They're like, I'm not putting up with this. Bambi was like, she was persistent, she was consistent, and her and Scrap stayed married and got kids. So Mama D is also dealing with a whole new dynamic of Scrap, the husband, Scrap, the father, and Scrap, the protector of his girl and his kids. And he's never been Scrap, the protector of his girl until Bambi. So Mama D don't know how to handle that shit.
Yeah. And she also taunts him too by being friends with his ex and like going to his ex's baby shower and posting pictures of his ex and they're so cool and all of that stuff too. So she taunts him as well. So Bambi is the first one to really tell Scrap like, yo, your mom's is tripping and I love you, but your mom's is tripping. So we're going to have to fall back on your mom because she's tripping. And Mama D ain't never really have nobody that he dated to tell him that because he ain't really, stepped to his mom the way that he did last night. And you could tell the way he did that he's had enough. He's definitely had enough. And that's very true. When Stevie called Scrap is on go.
Go.
So he know when to do it. But I just wanted to get your opinion on that. I think Mark is back. Let's see if he can Mark, you okay over there with that Teddy Riley Wi-Fi? No.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Oh
Ain't good.
man, I'm trying to work out these technical. Yeah,
No.
I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? But I do got an old phone, so you know what I'm saying. I gotta get a new phone.
Okay, so we're gonna try to work the best we can with your Teddy Riley Wi-Fi.
Hey, yeah, Rika. Erica said, "Fuck that."
Yes, she sure did.
Erica said, "Y'all, I'm good on that. You can have that nigga and his mama."
Right. They said you got dial-up Wi-Fi, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But
Yeah, my mother said you got $1, yo.
My shit real. Yeah, my shit terrible right now. It's real terrible. You know
Well,
what I mean?
while
It's
we
real
got
terrible.
you here, we'll give you a minute or two to finish what you were saying about the Scrappy situation. What you
But
got?
before you start, did you hear some of our context?
Nah, you know what I mean? Shoot, I was trying to, fix what's going on back here. I ain't even get to hear it.
All right, then that means he'll give a true, unbiased reaction. What do you think about this this video from Scrap, Mark?
Yeah, but it's not gonna be an informed response until you told me what's going on.
Well, he can still give what he
That changed me up, huh?
He can still give what he thought about it.
What wait a minute, the video that you already played?
Well, it was audio.
It was a reason Scrap. It was a reason Scrap said that to his mom. It was a build up. It was some shit that was happening right before that.
Oh,
And I wanted you to hear what happened before that on why he went at his mom like that.
All right, yeah. Let me hear that. Let me hear that.
Make it fast, Becca. Like make it real fast, okay?
I'll make it real fast.
Don't make him speak like Mickey Mouse and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know why I can't
Morse
understand
code. So long story short, Mama D has had a lot of issues with Scrap in regards to his girlfriends, the way that he was raised, all that stuff. So the argument right before he spazzed was basically Mama D spread rumors about them being divorced. Her having issues with how Bambi has separated herself from her because of the kids and just how Mama D behaves in the streets. Bambi is like, yo, we can't really be involved with that because I want peace. I am a wife. I got 4 kids. I don't need none of that drama. Mama D is very possessive over Scrap. She is vindictive. She's petty. She's extra. She's all of that. So, and she's been like that for many years with everybody that Scrap has been dating. And Bambi has been the only one to really say, listen, we have a real family. We are married. We got kids. All of that shit your mother do, that's for the birds. We can't have no parts of that. So Scrappy as well is tired of it, but he's always let his mother slide. Well, this time he didn't let her slide, and he spazzed on her and was like, listen, this the way I am is part of the way you raised me. And that's when he said what you heard. So that's what we had.
All right. It sounds like he's trying to break away from that. That's what it sounds like. He's trying to break away from that. Like, yo, mom, you just way too extra. I mean, he put it real blunt to her. Like, I don't know if I would have did that to my own mom, but like I get why
your mother would have stole on you. You absolutely not doing
what I'm saying? But I'm just like, man, we all know that. You know what I'm saying?
Your mother would have stole on you. You absolutely not doing that.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying? Well, look, I'm glad Dr. Oz ain't win, you know what I mean? Because my mom would have made me drive looking for him. You know what I'm saying? To steal on him. But anyway, the point is, though, I mean, for real, like, I get where Scrap coming from. Like, like you said, he let his mom slide on a lot of shit. And it's like he got a real relationship. He got a wife, kids, and all that. Like, come on, mom. You know what I'm saying? You doing too much. And that and that's really what he's really trying to get away from. Like Rika's saying, breaking the toxic cycle. It gotta happen. Sometimes when you want to achieve success or achieve, for a certain point in your life where it ain't no drama or whatever, you got to cut some people off, who's bringing that type of drama around. Like, I know it sounds bad. Like, yeah, you would cut your own mom off. I'm like, well, shit. If I don't, that means I got to cut the wife and the kids off. Like, because that's where it seems like it's at. Like, that's a hard. Look, moms, I love you and all, but I look, you making me choose between the wife and the kids. I can't do it.
So going back to dealing with the wife and the kids, this is that particular situation with Scrap was from the man's perspective. I'm gonna play something in regards to how men feel some women behave in relationships. This was actually a clip from, of all people, 50 Cent. And we know 50 Cent don't really say the most nice things when it comes to women, but he actually made some points in this particular video that I wanted to ask the fellas about. So listen to this.
Financial, women require maintenance, not financial, but mental maintenance. You know what I mean? On some level. So if that maintenance is being done properly, you can put them in a room with billionaires and it won't matter. Right. She'll be in there until she go, hold on, he might be hungry at the door. They had to go find something to eat for her. That $1 billion is connected to those people's lifestyle, but she will be loyal and consistent with that actual person if that maintenance has been, because it becomes a part of who she is in her life at that point. She's emotionally connected to it.
So he's saying that women need mental maintenance in relationships, and if she is mentally maintained, she can be in a room with anyone and handle her business, and that becomes part of who she is in regards to like romantic relationships. Have y'all ever been with a woman that y'all felt y'all had to mentally maintain?
Hold question. When he said in a room with billionaires, he was talking about she be able to talk and handle business amongst them, or was he saying that if you got a woman mentally stable, those even if she's around billionaires, it won't move her to leave you?
Well, both. He's saying that if she's mentally maintained, she'll be able to walk into a room with billionaires and handle business, and she also won't be moved by them either, because you, as her romantic partner, is mentally maintaining her. And I say it that way because he's making it seem like she's a an engine. They got to be maintained. You got to get your oil change every couple thousand miles. So he's saying it in a way that she has to be mentally maintained in order to be functional.
Listen, Mace said in the song, Harlem World, he said, first you get in their head before you get in their bed. And listen, I agree with that shit. I agree with that shit. If you can, like of course, the first thing we look at is physical, but dick ain't gonna keep no girl, no woman, no lady. Pussy ain't gonna keep no boy, no man, no nigga. All right, and especially with women, I hear women say all the time, if you can, figuratively speaking, if you can make me have an orgasm mentally, I'm done. I'm yours. So with most women, that mental stimulation aligns with what 50 is saying as far as like that mental maintenance. So women want to be mentally stimulated, mentally secured, mentally maintained, mentally fucked, mentally confident, mentally romanticized mentally. And if you can do that with a woman, he's right. It could be a fucking trillionaire. And they'll look at that nigga like, you just a trillionaire dog. You just a trillionaire bitch. You don't move me, nigga.
Yeah, we know trash men that make a lot of money.
Yeah. So I agree with that shit.
Mark, what you think? Women need maintenance to function?
I would say like this: you meet a woman, right? I'm like, man, you really trying to achieve that level early. You trying to lock in, with her mind early. You know what I'm saying? Like, like a woman, who like you think could be something, you trying to lock in with her early. You know what I'm saying? Just to see like, like where she at, how can she vibe, like, you know what I'm saying? it might be shit, you know what I mean, bro, that you might, things that you got coming up on the schedule that you might be doing. You might got events you might be going to. Like, yeah, I can see her stepping out with me, on some real shit. Like, you gotta make, she gotta know how to handle herself though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it might be, and she might already know that, but it's certain things, you know what I'm saying, where it's like, yo, let me vibe with her and see if we could, do this. And then you moving as one. So it don't matter what bull on the scene, you know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't really thinking about it. She ain't really thinking about dude. But if you ain't locking in like that, trust me, I mean, you on the scene, she gonna be impressed by everybody who got more than you. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, man, that's how it gotta be sometimes. I'm like, it's good to lock in, So
I think when I hear men say about the mental part, it always, yes, I agree with that, because one of the first things that attracted me to my husband, because we met online, all we had was conversation, right? First it was through text, and then it was on the phone. So there was no other things to consider except, can we have a conversation, right? That mental stimulation has to be there, because you cannot be, it doesn't matter how attractive physically that person is, you cannot spend too much time with an idiot before you get exhausted. There's going to be, whether it be at the movies or whether it be on vacation, whether it be over dinner, there's going to be times where you're going to want to converse with that person that you're with. And if they can't even hold the conversation, you will get bored real quick. Even if you just lay with that person and just become a fuck buddy, you still at some point know that you're not going to be able to have any kind of conversation or be any type of mental stimulation with that person at all. So it is very necessary. But I feel like men, sometimes when they feel, especially the way that he worded it, because wording does matter, mental maintenance sounds like it's something that is needed for continuation. Like, it's something that you're not going to be able to achieve at some point. It's going to have to always be done. And yes.
Yeah, that's recurring. That's
yes.
Yeah, that's definitely a recurring theme. That's not something that, okay, I've reached a level of mental maintenance, I'm good for life. No.
Right.
Nah.
Right.
Nah.
In order for somebody to do that, they have to have their own kind of, they have to have their mind right too, right? It's not just one person being able to do it, or just the man doing it for the woman, or even vice versa. You have to be at a certain spot mentally yourself in order to attract the person that's mentally your match, or if someone that isn't, to maintain or stimulate that person's mind. So it's not just a one-way street. It has to be on both ends of the spectrum, because a smart person is not going to be with an idiot. Two idiots together at some point are going to feel like one is a lesser idiot than the other, one of the lesser evils, right? And then two smart people are going to be so mentally, badgering each other is going to be a competition. So it kind of has to be, a good balance in that. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize like you mentioned, Merv, about the physical part of it. They're so concerned about whether this person is compatible in the bedroom that they forget outside the bedroom, y'all got to still deal with each other. And if you can't have a conversation, it doesn't matter how good that person is in the bedroom, y'all can't even talk. So it might just end up being a one and done smash and dash, or just, you might little
Are you only for sex?
Yeah, only for one night, like Luther said. Like, because at some point you can't, two idiots could stay together forever. Maybe, Rika, maybe. But even an idiot is going to notice another idiot and still feel like, I'm too smart to be with this idiot. So it may not even work at that point.
Facts.
Because how long are you going to be able to be with somebody that doesn't even mentally stimulate you? And that, I don't think people realize that is important.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, women are asking you to pay their bills and fuck them right. They don't even care about how smart you are. As long as you got the money and you got the D, you good. But it's like, that's not gonna keep nobody.
But here's the thing. You're right. You do have women like that, right? But those same women will fuck somebody else. Especially if they got the same money. If they meet somebody else that got the same amount of money, well, they ain't worried about losing that. They'll fuck somebody else. Or
Mhm.
shit, if they just get attracted to somebody.
Yeah.
So money was natural, but I like 50 said that damn. If you got women mentally, the odds of them being interested in somebody else and going with somebody else is a lot lower than
Yeah.
the fact that you got her based off of money.
But the
Even
thing is,
even
though,
if she's a gold digger, it's still you're gonna have to do some mentally maintenance, some mental stimulation.
Yes.
but
Because if she's a gold digger, then
I
she
mean,
find somebody else that got the same amount of money.
but here's the thing, you know what I'm saying? A chick, who just a chick who after your money or wants to get money from you, she's going to show that right in the beginning. So, you know what I'm saying? You're going to know exactly, what's coming, how it's coming, and then how you choose to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get that. Like, man, that's like a chick who, you start talking to her and then boom, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we should hang out. And then she's telling you like all these 5-star restaurants she want to go to. Like, nah, chick, you know what I'm saying? For her, we know you probably usually go to Applebee's. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I ain't doing that. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
Like I ain't doing that. You know what I
Right.
mean? Or you might meet a chick and then a day later, like, man, look, man, I don't know how I'm gonna pay these other bills I got. Just hang up. You know what I mean? Because you already know what that's in for. You know what I'm saying? You just met her. Like, and then she telling you about her bills, like indirectly, click. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like a woman, you know what I mean, for who's kind of, like she's short-sighted and kind of, you gonna know how to deal with her. Now, a girl playing the long game, she's probably a little bit, more smart, you know what I'm saying, understands how to run that type of game. So I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, speaking of women trying to play the long game, let's get into Carisha and Puff Daddy. Now, Carisha's 28, Diddy is 53, right? And people are not having no issues with their relationship. Age is nothing but a number when it comes to them, right? But Diddy is also a billionaire. So is Carisha playing a long game with this dude, or is he just for fun? Is he for a good time, not a long time? Or is she like what you said, Mark, playing a long game? Like I'm just here chilling. I ain't gonna give this man. Now he could do whatever he want with George Chavis. He could do whatever he want with 50 Cent baby mother. He could do whatever he want. I'm chilling. He's a billionaire. He kissed me in the mouth in front of people, so I'm good. I ain't got nothing to say. Happy birthday, Poppy. What y'all think? She there for the money? She's there for the fun? She playing the long game. What y'all think about this whole Diddy and Carisha situation? And if it was in reverse, would we be trashing this guy? If it was, another other way around. If it was somebody like a R. Kelly, a Leah situation, are we not okay with that? But we okay with this? Like, what's going on?
Well, they're adults. I'm just like, all right, one might be a grandfather, and the other one is, adult female, but they still adults. I'm like, man, it's an age difference, but she's still 28. You know what I'm saying?
He's the
I'm
same
like,
age as his son.
yeah, but first thing, the lifestyle that he's lived for I don't know how many years now, right? She get it. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy was around, for forever. You know what I mean? Like she get it. You know what I mean? And he get it. You know what I'm saying? Look, this is the lifestyle that I live, so I'm always gonna be with a woman younger than me. Like, and he's that's how it happened. Everybody Puff dated, you know what I mean, first probably younger than him. You know what I'm saying? And as he got older, the woman got younger. You know what I'm saying? No biggie. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, man, I think she's really just having fun. But then he's putting her on shit at the same time, though, if you think about it, right?
Yes,
he got her the show, right? He got her some other deals. You know what I'm saying? She's traveling
all over the
places she ain't
world.
never been. I think she's just having a good time. I don't think it's like, yo, hey Puff, when we get married, or Puff, when we having a kid. Like, she's already a mother. That's number one. You know what I'm saying? I think she's just having fun. I think she's just enjoying, what's going on. That's about as far as I think, at least with her, that's about as far as I think it goes.
Merv over there making all kinds of faces.
Yeah,
Merv, the hamster wheel is turning.
And I'm like, and she a city girl on top of that, so she's doing city girl shit. What is the problem?
When a rich nigga wants you. I mean, Merv, what you got? Because you shaking your head.
Yo.
When a rich nigga wants you.
Yo, I've said this before. I don't know if I said this on the show, but I've said this before in personal conversations, with people. This shows you right here why women should never be broke. Women should never struggle. Women should never go without. Never. Y'all have a fucking walking ATM machine in between your fucking legs that's called pussy. Period. You need some money? Go get your pussy swiped. PIN code. Right. I need some money. I need some money, nigga. You need a business? Find a rich nigga. Have him goddamn swipe the ATM pussy. Swipe. Put in a pin. I need a business, nigga. Like, yo.
I need my own show. Swipe.
Yeah. Swipe. Right. Pussy code, pin number. Boom. Like, yo, I'm telling you, women should never fucking struggle, go without, or be broke at all. They have a walking ATM. They have a human-made ATM between their fucking legs. All they gotta do is tell a nigga swipe. I need my bills paid. Nigga swipe. I need a business. Nigga swipe. I need a show. Nigga swipe. I need some groceries. Yeah. Nigga swipe. I need a car. Like, yo, all we gotta do is like, yo, swipe. Here's the pin. Swipe. Give my fucking money, yo. Like, and that's what the fuck Carisha's doing right now with Diddy. Yo, Diddy. Yeah, I know I look good. You want this pussy? Diddy. I don't give a fuck. You all about the business? Diddy. Swipe. I need a show. Diddy. Swipe. I need a car. Diddy. Swipe.
Right.
I need some allowance money.
Swipe.
Hey, Diddy, you want this 28-year-old pussy? And you 53? Diddy, swipe. Yo,
that's how it works. That's how it works, man.
Like, listen, and that's what the fuck is going on in this situation.
And I'm gonna tell you, right? Look, in a female, whatever she wants, she's going to get it, right? Like, I'm telling you, just like I just told you, right? I told you about a chick. She's telling me about 5-star restaurants, right? I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I got shit to do. You know what I mean? For a holler, right? Bang. I look on my IG a couple days later. She's at a 5-star restaurant. You know what I mean? If I wasn't taking her, somebody else was taking her. You know what I mean? That's a fact.
Swipe.
Yeah, right. And she know that, Mark. So when you like, nah, all right, fuck it. I'll find another. Swipe. And she look at you. Peace, nigga. I'm gonna wear a 5-star, bitch. You should have swiped.
She was going regardless. She was going regardless. She was just like, all right.
So that's it.
You know, I mean, swipe. She was going regardless.
What's the pin? Here's the pin. Give me money.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And guess what? I'm taking pictures of the restaurant, the food, and you ain't here on the stories. Like, that's facts. Like, it's happening.
So that's what the fuck is going on with Diddy and Carisha. You know what I mean? Is Diddy not a fucking, a millionaire all that goddamn money? He's not getting Carisha. He's not. He's not getting Carisha. She's with another millionaire. She's with another big boy millionaire. Let that nigga swipe
swipe.
for the benefits.
Either way, she getting what she want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Either way, it's gonna happen. You know, that's why I'll be mad at these chicks, man. I'll be seeing boys in their feelings about these. I'm like, why are you in your feelings, boy? You know what I mean? This is how she playing the game. You know,
Right.
Hey, it is what it is.
And listen, if you're in the game, you gotta understand the rules of the game, and you got and you gotta adapt, and you gotta understand. Hey, some rules are bigger than your rules. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you gotta find a female that's within your rules limit. You know what I'm saying? If somebody want a national TV show kind of shit, that's not within you. You gotta find a motherfucking woman that you can swipe. You know what I'm saying? Listen, she want Applebee's, swipe. You got it. That's your lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, let's look at it this way. Let's switch it. Let's switch it this way. A man who's not financially stable should not be dating or looking for love. So if he can't swipe, is he supposed to be single forever?
I mean, shit.
What we doing? What we doing, Merv? Mark, what we doing? He can't buy her a Happy Meal. Swipe.
Man.
He can't swipe. He's supposed to be single. Get some baby oil. What
First
you doing?
thing, that statement is bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, man, a man, you know, hey, he might want to hang out with some women. He gonna hang out. Like, look, all right, man, my money funny, my credit ain't getting it, but still, you know what I'm saying?
But you can't swipe.
It's still a transaction to be made. That's all it is. It's still a transaction to be made. Like, you know, I'm like, man, now some certain females, you know, all right, you might not can't get at her, but this other chick you can't get at. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes you gotta know which lane to be in. That's all. That's all that is.
Rita said she had too many morals in her 20s. She should have been swiping in her 20s. I had too many morals.
Shit.
Yo, I'm telling you, a woman really don't have to ever be broke or struggling. All they got, they just gotta let a nigga swipe. But you gotta let that nigga know first, like, yo, we can hang. But you gotta swipe.
Right.
You shouldn't be looking for love.
I'm like, you know that up front, nigga.
Man, you know, and I mean, man, I mean, the shit happens sometimes where it's like, you know, like you might meet a chick and it's just like, all right, yo, she looking like, yeah, I mean, you ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? Then you upgrade. Then it's just like, all right, you there now. We can hang out now. Okay, yeah, I mean, when I had the Honda Accord with the flip-up lights, that wasn't gonna work. But then I get the Benz though, that works. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it goes. I wasn't mad at him. I spun the block. You know what I mean? Just spun it with a better car.
So look, we got Diddy and Carisha. Diddy is swipity swipe. Okay, swipe or no swipe.
Yeah.
He is swipity swiping.
Yeah.
So we just said that if a man who is not financially stable should not be dating or looking for love, then the next question is, what's your definition of love?
Then they got silent. Hey, listen. Hey, look. So, you know, according to Corinthians, love is kind. Love is patient.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Love, according to Corinthians, love is all of that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing about love is expensive. It don't.
Right.
Now, listen. It did not say that Adam paid Eve rent either.
Yeah, it did not say Adam paid Eve rent either. So according to the fucking Bible, we got love all the way fucking wrong. All right? Because we're swiping. You gotta have a certain amount of money to even date.
You know what I mean?
you gotta have a certain money to even ask a woman on a date and shit. So
right. So let's go through it. Right. Love is so first for those of y'all that don't know, Merv Gotti over here spit the scripture out just so
Corinthians. I'm versatile in this bitch, y'all. I'll be trying to tell y'all, don't let Merv fool you. That nigga's intelligent.
Hey, mental maintenance, okay?
You see that? See that? A woman right now looking, I just stimulated her mind with that Corinthians shit.
There we go. So to be clear, 1 Corinthians 13, chapter 13, verse 4 and 8.
Whoa, time out.
You was right.
No, yeah. No, go ahead.
You was right. 1 Corinthians chapter 13,
Yeah.
verse 4 to 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
You
ahead.
was right. Mental
Mhm.
maintenance. Mental maintenance. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth.
Goodness, I don't follow.
Ashanti was asking what's love. That's love.
Goodness.
Yeah. So
Damn,
according to
I
that,
ain't
that's
follow
what
none of
love
that
is.
shit.
None of that says swipe.
I'm terrible. I didn't follow none of that shit.
None of that said Adam paid Eve's rent or bought her bundles or took her on trips.
Yeah. None of that said, hey,
did not have white toes.
And none of that said, I need to be making this amount of salary before it's okay for the search for love. None of that said I have to own a house before I can search for love. None of
None of that was mentioned in 1 Corinthians. None of that. Okay.
Man, but you know what though? I'm gonna tell you. Y'all mean for real, like this chick's out here. This chick's out here like they don't even care what you do, long as you got the money for them. They don't even give a fuck how you got the money. Long as you give it to them. They don't give a fuck how you got it.
Yeah, I don't know who Mark Mercer is, but he said he was smart. That's why nigga said, let's go camping.
Mental maintenance. So
hey, hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm sorry. These niggas wild over here. Listen. All right. What I don't know who Mark Mercer is. He said Rika swipe. All right. And then Rika said, I could be a multimillionaire by now if I've been swiping since my 20s. Well, Rika, you've been on here several times and said your pussy is wet, it's off the chain, and niggas come fast. So based off of that description, if you made niggas swipe, yeah, you could have been a multimillionaire, at least a $250,000 there. All right. But then my Merce said, Rika Giles, I got the call when you're ready. Swipe. hey. And then Rika said, I'll be in Miami for Christmas.
Yeah.
I'll be in Miami for Christmas. Hey. And then my Merce said, hola. Holla.
He said y'all can get jiggy with it in Miami.
Hey, like I said, no woman should be broke or struggling. You know why? They have a walking ATM between their legs. Nigga, swipe, PIN number. Yeah. Give me my bill, give me my money.
So for Mar and Rika, I have some advice. Okay?
That's good. That's funny.
I have some advice for y'all. Listen, love is patient and kind.
Love is funny.
Or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth.
And you said rejoice with the truth? That nigga speaking truth. See? Listen, wasn't that easy?
Wasn't that easy?
You could have.
I think we made a love connection tonight, y'all.
Hey, it's white.
It's called the easy button. I feel you.
Hey,
easy?
Hey, Mom Merce about to George Bush the button.
Rika said very easy. I hear that. Bienvenido a Miami. I ain't bad at it. I am not bad at it at all. All right, let's move on. Happy wife, happy life is destroying many marriages. It should be happy spouse, happy house, because a good marriage consists of two happy people. I'll leave this one to Merv because Mark, I know you ain't never get married. Oh wait, as a matter of fact, Merv, you ain't never get married again either.
Oh, shit.
I guess I'll just give my own commentary on this one since I'm alone here.
Yo. Listen, yo.
Rika and Mar, grab a pen and paper. Write this down.
Listen, yo. Listen. Listen.
Yo.
What that fucking Tupac off Machiavelli? It'd be the truest shit I ever wrote.
Yes.
Hey,
Man.
and when I tell y'all, my bad. Oh, when I tell y'all, like that statement is one of the worst, most overrated motherfucking statements when it comes to love and relationship and marriage. Happy wife, happy life.
I hate it.
Listen, that shit has destroyed some fucking marriages on the low. Because women, you have some women, it's okay to joke around. When I tell you, you got some women that live and die by that shit, like that's the gospel.
Yes.
All right. And I tell you another thing that helps that they use to put on top of that, like a transformer. It's like Voltron. Like that quote is like the black blue lion, and they got this other quote. It's like the red and green lion. They put together to form the Voltron of marriage, relationship, death. Because that happy life, happy wife, happy life, and then they'll follow that with, hey, it's cheaper to keep her.
Yes.
They use those two fucking phrases on niggas to yo, that's how you talking about mental maintenance? No, that's mental fuckness. They use those two fucking terms right there to fuck niggas mentally. Hey nigga, happy wife, happy life. Oh, we gonna do leave me? It's cheaper to keep her. Fuck you.
Right.
Listen. Those two fucking terms right there is that shit. Whoever invented that, it had to be a woman invented that shit. Whoever invented that shit needed ass kicked every goddamn hour on every hour. Just like at 12 o'clock. God, 12 o'clock. Bam!
Balance here on the God podcast.
Yeah, it's 12 o'clock. Now you need your ass kicked for that phrase. Or whoever did that shit. Yeah, I completely disagree with that happy life, happy wife shit. Because some women take that shit to the extreme.
Yeah.
And it's like they want to be the boss. They want to run it. No matter the status.
Right.
No matter the status. Even if the guy pays all the bills, they still try to run things, ain't you with the, hey, happy wife, happy life. You know what I'm saying? But the ones that do that, they know their power. They're the ones that tell you, swipe, pin, nigga, let me get this house. But yeah, hey.
The Me Too movement invented that. That's what we get for voting for Kamala. Scamala and Byron.
Man, that shit crazy.
All right, so then let's take it here then, right? Since we're saying happy house, happy spouse, right? That's because he's
damn. Rika says she know a dude in a marriage like that right now.
Terrible.
He's
damn, Rika.
Matter of fact, you know what? The guy in that marriage, right? He has some homeboys. So when he gets a night out, right? He want to stay out. That's that guy.
Yes.
The guy want to stay out. The clubs is closed. The after party's over. After hours is over. He still want to stay out and do anything but go home. That's the person in that marriage.
It's 3 a.m. He trying to hit the next spot. No, nigga, go home.
No, it's all done. It's all over. You know.
So then let's take it here then. Marriage is not a cure for loneliness. Marriage is not a cure for horniness. Marriage is not a cure for sadness. Marriage is not a cure for emptiness. Marriage is not a cure for brokenness. If you get married expecting it to resolve all of those issues, all you really did was make breaking up expensive. I'm going to say that again. If you get married expecting it to cure loneliness, to cure horniness, to cure sadness, to cure emptiness, to cure brokenness, all you really did was make breaking up expensive. Yikes.
Yeah.
Hey, that's another one.
Yikes.
That's another one because you have, like I was told one time that she wasn't gonna feel secure until she got married, and all ended up happening is she was just an insecure wife. So if you like that shit said, if you insecure as a girlfriend, you're gonna be an insecure fiance and you're gonna be an insecure wife.
Facts.
Marriage don't fix none of those shit. Like you got that shit need to be worked on and fixed internally before you get married. You know what I'm saying? Like if you happy, I can enhance your happiness. I can help you be happier. All right. So if you're unhappy, I can't make you happy. A person can't make the other person happy. If they're already happy, I can help you enhance that. Whatever great feeling you got, I can help you with that. So, but yeah, if you already lonely and you
Yep. A lot of the times, and this is something also that you have here about a soulmate coming to fill a void, right? Soulmate, spouse. Let's put them in the same boat, right? Because sometimes they're not in the same boat, but let's just for this conversation in the same boat. A lot of the times, and women do this a lot. Just like that woman in your example, she won't feel whole or protected until she has a spouse. Now, from being married and learning even recently just about what that means when you decide to marry someone and what that means, there is a level of security a person can bring you. But what that security is not financial. It's spiritual, emotional. So that security that a woman may think she's going to get from marriage is not how it actually is. Because I remember from being single, there is a type of fend for yourself attitude that you have when you're single, especially when you're single with children. You really got to get it done. There is no time for you to be emotional. There's no time for you to be woe is me. There's no time for you to do anything but put your big girl panties on and get the shit done, because you have a child to raise, you have a family, whether even if it's just you and one child, 2 children, 3 children, you got to get shit done. So there is a type of oneness that you have in those situations, right? When you have a spouse or when you're with someone, it kind of chips away at you having to have that same mentality. This is what I've learned from being single to being married. There's a lot of times, even being married, that I have to tell myself, I am married. I am not by myself. There's been a few times early in our relationship that my husband had to literally look me in my eye and say, you are not a single mother anymore. Cut that shit out. He's had to actually tell me, you are not a single mother anymore. It was so much of my vocabulary that I would just be, oh yeah, because as a single mom and just talking just regular, as a single mom. And there was times that my husband had to be like, you're not a single mom anymore. And it had to be a reminder, because that is what a woman is thinking she means when she says security. But again, Merv, you can't, that secure feeling that she's wanting, no man is going to be able to give her. So marriage does not fix all of those issues that you have within yourself before that person. Because if you have an insecurity and you don't even know I exist, now that I'm in your life, you can't blame your insecurity on me or expect me to fix your insecurity. You had that before you even knew I was alive. There's certain issues that I have within myself that I have to deal with that I had before I even knew my husband was a person, before I even went online and found him, that I can't expect now as his wife to say, you got to fix that. Oh, I feel this way and I'm your wife, and now you have to make sure I don't feel this way anymore. When I had these feelings 39 years before I met him. That's not fair. So a lot of people feel like marriage is going to fix those problems, and they're looking for their spouse. What they're really saying is, I'm looking for someone to fix my problems for me because I refuse to do it for myself. And when that person, when they meet somebody that does not do that, they're not compatible, irreconcilable differences. Now we got to get a divorce because he's not the one. I got to choose me. I got to know my worth. But this person had no part in you feeling the way that you did, so they have no part in fixing it for you. And that's a real statement. And I feel like women in particular are a lot of have that feeling the most, is they're looking for marriage to fix their problems. And if that's the case, let me tell you loud and clear, ladies, men can smell that a mile away. And that's the reason why your ass is still single and unmarried.
Mm-hmm.
It's like blood in the water for a shark or some shit. Like they can smell that shit and they go the other way real fast. That's it. What you got, Merv?
Nah, it's Merv said no, they think it's a business decision. Some do.
Some do.
No, real shit. Some do. You do have some people that marriage is a business decision, and they are looking for. That's the ones like you got like a checklist. You know what I mean? Like you got 401k. His salary is at this amount. Okay, he has his own house. He has his own car. He's off. Okay, he's off on the weekends. And those ones like that, they got a checklist. You know what I'm saying? And they really, those are the ones that don't marry for love. You do have some people that marry for money. You got some people that marry for money.
Yes.
Quick come up. And they will make themselves be happy, or at least enough in front of that person that they want to marry that has the status quo that they want. And may just cheat with somebody with the broke person, with the broke nigga or whatnot.
Yeah. Happens all the time.
Happens
all the time.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Just because you got the money to get her and she's with you because of status quo, a nigga with just a regular salary job, 60,000, 70,000, that has a woman mentally maintained, would keep her, has a higher chance to keep her than that nigga makes 300,000 a year. But ain't got her mentally stimulated, in my opinion. So, but like what we were talking about, if you're lonely, if you're sad, if you're unhappy, if you're broken, marriage not gonna fix that. You know what I'm saying? And you got a lot of women that have internal issues, but don't want to admit it. Don't want to talk to anybody about it, or try to fix it internally.
Yeah.
The last situation I was in, I was like, yo, for us to make it, I feel you need to get counseling on your own, not us, on your own.
Yeah.
I got looked at like I was crazy. They never did it. And guess what? We ain't make it.
Right.
I feel you on that, man. I feel you on that.
Sometimes. And I see a lot of women, and y'all know I've said this several times on this pod, putting up them dumbass dear future husband posts. You've been saying that for 4 years, sis. He ain't coming. Or if he read it, he kept scrolling. Because who you talking to?
Their future husband.
Who you talking to? This imaginary person that's not.
Hey, they practicing.
I understand that, and I'm not trying to shade it to the point where it's not a real thing, right? People consider that.
Listen, Becca. Just because you met your Romeo and your Prince Charming, don't be hating on these goddamn women that's on Facebook trying to imagine their Prince Charming, and they're trying to speak it. They're trying to speak it into existence. Okay, they're trying to find their Corinthians. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is. They're trying to find their Corinthians. Okay, just because you found your goddamn Corinthians, don't you hate on their method of using Facebook to speak into existence by saying their Sally. I mean, dear future husband.
Right, dear future husband.
I can cook. I am kind, and
I
you
don't
don't have
vote for wrongdoing. I am
yeah.
not
But until you come, I'm going to swipe.
right. Well, what I mean is because that is people, and I asked this of some people who have seen it or have done it, and they said that's a form of manifestation. How people manifest things. A lot of the
Mhm.
time, you can manifest verbally. You can manifest in writing. So you can write it down. Like people do a vision board. People feel like dear future husband post on social media is a form of manifestation. And I'm not going to shut you down on what you believe. If you believe that's going to get you what you want, then okay, fine. But what I'm saying is you can't keep doing the same thing, not getting any result from it, still do it and think it's going to work, right? So if you're just putting future husband posts on, but you're not actually internally changing, right? You're not maintaining your own mental. You haven't done any work whatsoever on yourself to figure out why am I wanting this thing for so long and not getting it? Because that is like what you told homegirl. You need to go to therapy and figure out what it is that you need, what you want. There's got to be a reason why you want this thing so much and you're not getting it. It's got to be a reason why. It can't just be because your Prince Charming ain't come on your page yet. It's got to be some other reasons why. So that's the reason why I say that. And I say that jokingly, but I'm saying it as a joke, but I'm serious.
Nah, but now I get it because I see that a lot. I see it a lot. It do be by women that's never been married and like up there in age. It'll be divorced woman. It'll be divorced woman. Divorced woman don't be putting that up.
No.
Could you imagine if there was a dude?
Not even.
Listen,
Not
Mark,
even.
Mark, we talked about this before. Imagine if you went on Facebook and seen a dude talk about I'm an independent man and started putting up dear future wife posts. What would y'all think about homeboy?
That nigga lame as fuck.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
If I see a nigga post on my dear future wife, what nigga?
I'm an
Get the fuck
independent
off
man. I don't need no woman. I'm independent.
Or
Yeah,
or the damn you talking about independent, I don't need a woman, then I'm like, okay, so you like men.
I'm
Then
telling you.
just say that.
I'm gonna say like this, right? Especially, it'd be like a bull. You know what I mean? Like, you might be scrolling through your Facebook and he talking kind of spicy. I just be deleting bulls like that. Like, fuck off my feet.
Hey, y'all see this shit? My mother said we would think he moist. Hey, read between the lines when you say that shit.
Rika said she gonna do that doesn't, but it's funny. Okay, he's doing it to be jokeful because yes, if I go on Facebook and I see somebody posted I'm an independent man, I'm just gonna laugh because I know you got to be playing because you can't really be serious. I can't say the G word. I'll go to Facebook jail. Yes.
Oh, we already knew, nigga. We already knew what moist meant.
We know what you meant by moist.
We got it.
We ain't slow, nigga. we just stupid.
Right.
We ain't slow. We just stupid on this podcast. We be stupid on here, but we ain't slow.
This is something else that I've seen reposted several times in the past couple days. This has gone viral, right? Seen it on Shade Room, seen it all up and through my timeline. I posted it into this wives group that I'm in on Facebook, and the comments went crazy. So listen to this, y'all. Just broke up with my boyfriend of 3 years because he told me he's getting full custody of his 3 kids. I can't imagine coming home to 3 kids that's not mine every day.
So and she broke up with him.
She broke up with her boyfriend of 3 years because he got full custody of
his 3 kids.
She can't imagine coming home to 3 kids that's not hers every day. So I posted this on a wives group that I'm in on Facebook, and one of the comments had me in tears. This comment said, "Proud of her. In 3 years, he hasn't married you. You're supposed to help raise his 3 crotch goblins. I think the fuck not. Personally, I'd never date a man with kids ever, because if he's surprised, he would have been able to stay with his children's mother."
Goodness.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Get the fuck out of here. Really?
She said crotch goblins. Yo.
God.
Fellas, Merv, we already know it's taking you 3 years to acknowledge she's even your girlfriend to begin with. I already know that. We 3 years in the game and people don't even know she exists, right? Mark, you done took her to the washy-washy a couple times. We 3 years. Listen, I'm gonna go look for it, Rika. I'm gonna go look for it now. Mark,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Merv simmer because Merv's face right now is a little disturbed. I'm gonna let him simmer on that. Mark, what you got?
Yo, all right, so if he ain't have full custody of them, that means she barely seen the kids or seen them once in a while or something. That's what I'm going to assume. I'm going to assume she ain't really seen them that often. Maybe for one of them at a birthday or something, and then now it's like, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute, you got full custody. That means every fucking day I see you, I gotta see these motherfuckers. Like, I get it. Yo, because she probably ain't seen these kids. She probably seen these kids 3 times a year. You know what I mean? Now it's every day. Like, she ain't going for it. She ain't going for that shit. You know, think about it. If he's the part-time father, right? Is more money that get to go to her. Is more swipe that get to happen with her. Full custody mean less swipe. You know what I'm saying?
He's definitely swiping with 3 kids.
She's like, hell no, I ain't doing that.
And he agrees with you, Mark. Look at the comment. She mad she can't swipe no more. Let's call a spade a spade.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly, Ma. You know what it is, boy.
Merv, have you been able to simmer yet? Are you good to respond?
Yo, listen. It's not even that fucking post. It's that comment by that goddamn girl that you goddamn read out to me that had me fucked up. Like,
proud of her. In 3 years, he hasn't married you yet. You're supposed to raise his 3 crotch goblins? I think the fuck not. Personally, I'd never even date a man with kids ever again. Because if he's the prize, he would have been able to keep his children's mother.
Goodness. That last part.
Right. That's the part that's fucking me up, Mark. If he is the prize, he will be able to keep his child's mother.
Know your worth, King. Know your worth. Keep your heart, 3 steps. Keep your heart.
But that might be why he didn't keep her, because he is the goddamn prize and he knew his fucking worth. So he let her get the fuck on. If he may be if he was a prize, he would have been able to keep his child's mother. What, my nigga? Yo, listen. You should have told me about that comment beforehand. I would have sent her an invite to come on this motherfucking podcast tonight. We would have had to fucking talk tonight. We would have goddamn talk about that shit tonight.
Oh my god.
If he make you his wife in 3 years, maybe she was the motherfucking problem.
Yeah.
One, and first of all, what fucking woman gonna be upset because their man wants to be a motherfucking father? Are you for real right now? Are you for real? Like, and here's the other thing. You knew that nigga had 3 kids. You knew that nigga had 3 kids.
Sure did.
Now, if the post was, I was with this man for 3 years, and I all of a sudden find out he got 3 kids, and about to have custody of them, I'm out. Cool. Pack the fuck up. I help you pack. If he hit that shit from you, and then all of a sudden be like, boom, my baby kids coming. Where the fuck is baby? Who them? Oh, these mine. Yeah, I never tell you. What, nigga? Okay, yeah. Burn her fucking road up. But you knew this nigga had 3 kids for 3 years. And now because this nigga wants to be, this nigga about to be a full-time dad, you out because you can't see yourself coming home. So you must have been wanting no kids. Or you don't want to fuck with his kids.
It could be that. It could be she didn't want any kids at all, or it could be that, she didn't want to deal with his children or whatever. Now I'm gonna be transparent. I've said this more than once. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
Listen,
You
listen.
you can't control yourself. Go ahead. Let it go.
Like Rika said, it's a good thing he didn't marry old girl within those 3 years.
Yeah.
Y'all think I know I'm the running joke when I'm like, yo, you gotta deal with me for 2 years before you can even get the girlfriend title. Like
Right.
it's like after you know how the job you got a 90-day probationary period. Okay, you're a full-time employee now. Now you have a chance to apply for promotion. All right, that's 90 days. I'm worse than a goddamn job. You're on probationary period for 2 years. After those fucking 2 years, now you have the chance to apply for promotion to be Merv's girlfriend. That's how the fuck it is. And you know why? Because I need to know what the fuck I'm dealing with. Get past this fucking representatives. That nigga was with representative for 3 motherfucking years. And you know when he found out that she was a motherfucking representative? When he got the kids to come over. If he had married her ass, that would have been an expensive ass breakup. Just like that fucking post we talked about 20 minutes ago. It would just been an expensive ass breakup. And you know what else? I know somebody that's going through that shit right now because she don't want him. Like they had a kid before they got together.
Mm-hmm.
His kid's supposed to come live with him. She don't want him to. She don't want his oldest kid that's not hers to come live with him, and having fucking problems.
Well, I've said this several times on this pod as well. Even though, and this is where there was a double standard to me, this is my honesty, my transparency. Even being a mom, I was not dating men that had young children for a reason, because I don't deal with baby mothers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the things for me. So with my husband, he has children, right? It's not rocket science, but his children are older, right? His children are older. So that's the reason why we continued, because if he said he had young kids, I would still be single, because there's just a part of having to deal with children in general that are not yours, right? Then when you're in a relationship with that parent, having to deal with the other parent, it's just a lot going on. And a lot of times, just like a post that we saw, would you date a man that had a baby mother or a record? Give me the man with the record, please. You a felon? Come on, felon. I love you. How you doing? Because I'd rather you.
Yeah. Damn, you're right, Becca. The nigga with the felon did get more of the votes, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we would rather do criminal before we do.
I forgot about that shit.
Yes.
I forgot about that post.
I can understand where she's coming from, not wanting to deal with children that are not hers as far as living in the house. Now, if she's FTK,
she should never dealt with the nigga then. Right,
exactly. But it sounds like she's more like FTK. She's like, fuck them kids. I don't want no parts of them. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you've been with this man for 3 years and you don't know, life be lifing sometimes. So at any moment, maybe he got full custody because the mother passed away.
Yeah,
right?
I think either way it was kind of sprung on her.
Either way, regardless of how trifling it may sound on the outside looking in, she acknowledged that this is not something she wanted to deal with, and she left. That is the honest part of her. Like, I ain't gonna be able to do this, so let me just leave. It's trifling. She's been invested for 3 years. I'm sure that man is like, yo, you trifling as hell. But at the end of the day, I'm glad she left so that she wouldn't be around them kids and traumatize them kids. And I'm also glad she left that he could find somebody that's going to be able to deal with those children. We don't know the age of the children. We don't know the circumstances. Just flat out from what we see in the post, it's a good thing that she left. He could find somebody that's going to be okay with him and the 3 kids, whether they live with him or not. And she could find somebody that either don't have kids or maybe have older kids, or she could find somebody for her. Everybody wins at this situation. So
I'll say like this. I think, I don't know, the way that the post sounds, it seemed like it was an all of a sudden thing. It wasn't no build up like, yo, like, look, I'm pushing for full custody for the kids, and like, man, one day, few court dates that might happen. It seemed like it was all of a sudden like, yo, guess what? Like, yeah, yo, I ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? That's the way the post seemed to me. Like it was all of a sudden.
Yes. Yeah. She was 1 foot out anyway.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah. I agree, Ingrid. Which is why when she was like, "Oh, your 3 kids coming to stay with us," bye, because she was out, and it don't really take much. And she was probably looking to go out anyway. So I feel like everybody wins in this situation. She gets to find somebody else. He gets to find somebody else. But I mean, gotta respect the honesty.
Yo, hey, Marlboro said some real shit on here. Where's it at? The nigga said, a woman is selfish when it comes to 2 things. They man and they money. That is some real shit. That is some real shit. Even if that nigga got kids, a woman's still gonna be selfish with the guy as a man. Like that shit is crazy. But god damn, it's
yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
Yo, listen. Hey, sometimes I feel like niggas can't win, yo. Niggas can't win.
Oh, in some situations we can't.
Because if we don't do enough for the kids based on people or what people think, yo, we deadbeats. We ain't trying. You need to do more for your kids. Then on the other foot, when we trying to do more, you have the other dynamics of other people be like, I'm not trying to deal with that. It's like, yo, sometimes it seems like niggas can't win, yo.
True. Facts.
Oh shit.
He had unlimited swipes when he got custody. The swipes became home and didn't have enough swipes. He didn't allow.
Man.
Yeah. The shit's crazy though. But yeah, that's the life of a nigga. That's life, nigga. If you do right, you're wrong. If you do wrong, you're wrong. So the only thing that's right is wrong.
Hey, man, look.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
And it's cheaper to keep a nigga, so we gonna do leave me?
Right.
I'll take it for half.
Team do
I'll take
wrong.
it for half.
Team do
Eddie,
wrong.
I want half.
Do wrong.
I want what's coming to me.
Eddie, fuck you, Mr. Fuck You Man.
Mr. Fuck You Man.
Suck my dick, Eddie. I'm an American woman now. I have pockets, Eddie.
What have you done for me lately, Eddie? I want what's coming to me. Yo, that's so funny because me and my husband was just laughing about that the other day. Oh my God. What have you done for me lately, Eddie?
Oh, shit.
All right,
Yo.
one more before we go.
Oh, okay.
A dude took me on a movie date. He wanted to get some snacks before we went. This man pulled up to the Dollar Tree. I called the Uber home while he was in the store. Listen.
What a fucking idiot.
Wait, hold on, who's the idiot?
Straight up, chick. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, like, wait a minute, let me get this straight, right? Let me get this straight, sweetheart. You pull up to the Dollar Tree, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, they sell the same candy they sell in Dollar Tree is the same one they sell in the movies, the same exact one.
Yeah.
Right? So, hold on, wait a minute. So you want like a box of Butterfinger bites, right? That's like $7 fucking at the movies. We pulling up the Dollar Tree and I can actually get them for $1. What? Like, nah.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know, man, you know what I mean? Hey, look, I'm trying to tell you, he should be happy, number one. Number two, if I was him, I'd have just went on to the movies anyway, dolo. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm going to see Black Panther whether she here or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, that's just the dumbest shit because at the movies, I'm like, you get the fucking popcorn, right? And if you love fountain soda or whatever, right? You love that shit, then you get that. You know what I'm saying? And the only water they sell at the theater is fucking nasty as Dasani. So, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I'll take the Dollar Tree water before I gotta drink a fucking Dasani. I'm just like, what's the fucking problem? Like, yo, man, seriously, bird brain, bitch, for real. Like, it ain't nothing else to say.
Yeah, there really isn't because I mean, hopefully when he came out, he still went to go see the movie because
Wakanda happening whether she there or not.
It sure is.
I'm gonna tell you that right now.
It sure is. Because I tell you one thing, I'm going to the movies to see Wakanda Friday, and I'm definitely going to have at least Chick-fil-A in the bag and some candy.
Listen,
okay?
Let me tell you. Listen,
something will be in the bag. I'm not buying anything. Usually we'll buy, like if we go to those movie theaters that serve food, like they have a whole ass
the movie tavern. Yeah.
We'll get something like that. But before that, you definitely went to the dollar store to get some candy first.
Y'all see Rika comment?
Yeah, a whole Wendy's meal in the movie theater. Yes, they could be in the movie theater with Chick-fil-A, pizza, Subway.
I'm telling you, listen,
a whole plate, a whole takeout.
I'm telling you right now, right? If I take a chick to the movies and she got a small purse, I make her go back inside and get a big ass fucking bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that? Yo, we going to the movies with that little ass purse? Like, hell no. You know what I mean? Go inside and get the big bag for the movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I've done that before. Like, yo, the car ain't moving until you go get the big bag.
Yo, y'all know, hey, that guy is considered not financially stable enough to date or to search for love.
Right.
Hey, I'm telling you, she's gonna be like, yo, if you ain't fit, listen, if you're not stable enough, if you're not financially stable, then you shouldn't be dating anyway. Well, you take me to some fucking Dollar Tree to get some goddamn snacks before it goes out in the motherfucking movie theater. Hey, so that's what the fuck you thinking, yo. And nigga just fell in the category, nigga, because you went to Dollar Tree to get some snacks before the movies. You're not financially stable enough to date or to search for love. Is what the fuck she's thinking.
There you go, Ingrid. Big bag. That's exactly how it's supposed to be.
Right, a whole book bag full of all kinds of stuff.
Yo, that's crazy.
And a bag, candy, drinks, a whole liter, whatever. Hell yeah! If you don't do that, you're not living right. Like, okay, if you want to, because by the time you go to the movies nowadays, if you go 2 tickets and you buy food and drinks, that's $100.
Yo,
$100 and 90 of it is the food.
Listen, going to the movies, right? If you go to the movies, and even if you go out to eat afterwards, right? I mean, I ain't talking no fancy schmancy spot. I'm talking like some regular normal shit. Yo, you spend a grip. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, shit. We going to Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree's happening. Shit. I already know where Dollar Tree is before we get to the theater. Yo, it's on the right side, 2 blocks down from the theater. I already know where it's at.
Right.
You're supposed to know where we going.
She called a fucking Uber though. God damn. And if you call it Uber, that Uber must have been in the parking lot. It don't take that goddamn long to go goddamn walk in Dollar Tree get candy.
But her stupid ass paid more for the Uber than he did for the candy.
He did, shoot, exactly.
Dumbass.
You know what I'm saying? But why would you want him to spend more money for the same exact shit? That's my problem. I'm like, it's the same shit. You know what I mean? I could tell you the movie theater candy. Like, you know what I mean? We all know it. It's the same shit. Goobers, fucking snow caps, Butterfinger bites, the Nestle Crunch in the box. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you go to Dollar Tree. That's what you do.
No more Wendy's. We're going to Chick-fil-A upgrade.
Let me upgrade you. Hey, okay. Hey, Rika, he gonna upgrade you like Jay-Z upgraded Beyonce.
Get that brownie with that milk, Rika.
Yeah.
Get that
Yeah.
brownie with that meal.
Yeah.
All right,
Got him.
we seem to be making a love connection in the comments. So,
Or at least no, we making a swipe connection.
Yeah, swipe
connection.
I'm
Hey.
not mad at you.
Hey, Rika, tell him swipe. Let me get that goddamn Gucci bag. Swipe.
Swipe. So I think we had a good night. Thank you, fellas, so much for taking your time to come with me on this Wednesday. Swipey, swipe. We're gonna end the show here. Final thoughts. I'll start with you, Mark. What you got?
First thing, man, y'all, I mean, that chick that got me mad about that movie shit.
Yeah, you seen Trick, yo. You seen Trick. You got all re-engaged in this motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you know what I mean? But for real though, I was like, man, some people really, I was like, yo, I don't know where some of these people be coming from, man. I'm just like, yo, shit's wild. You know what I mean? Shit's real wild in 2022. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, if you got somebody you rock with them heavy, yo, continue to rock with them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because, you know, in these streets, man, you got to be an absolute savage out here today. Like, I ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, Mark, you crazy. I'm like, yep. You know what I mean? I gotta be. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know what I mean? You gotta be like that, man. So I was like, man, but you know, look, fellas, you know, just be careful out there. That's all I can tell you, fellas. Be careful out there, man. I like, man, these ladies move very viciously right now. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful out there. Stay up, kings. Y'all know what it is.
Merv, I'll go and then you can close us out. There's a couple things we learned tonight. Number one, if you can research why LeBron is better than Michael Jordan, you can research the candidates that you should be voting for. Number two, swipe. If you ain't got the ends to spend, stay single. Number three, fellas, if you have children, stay singles because fuck them kids. And number four, you'll never know where you can find love. So I'm gonna stop here and say love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. And you'll never know if you can find love on the Guides Podcast comment section. Herb, take it away.
Yeah, there's some wild shit tonight. I'll start off on a positive note. All right. Just going forward, no matter the candidates, find somebody to vote for. That's all I'm saying on that. Just make sure you vote. Exercise your right. If you're Black, our ancestors died, killed, tortured, walked, protest, all of that shit, went through some bullshit, went through a lot of shit just to give us the right to vote. So just Merv opinion, if you Black and you don't vote, you are disrespecting the fuck out your ancestors. That's all I'm gonna say about that shit. All right, now that we got the positive out the way, listen here, y'all. Listen, we talked about some crazy fucking ass scenarios tonight. We talked about this guy who dated a girl for 3 years that got left because he got full custody of his kids. We talked about a guy that the girl left his ass in the middle of a date because they only way to the movies, and he stopped by Dollar Tree to load up on snacks. We talk about guys in general that if you ain't financially stable, you don't deserve love. You can't even fucking date. You can't even have shit. I don't think I should. I guess you financially stable. You can't even get pussy. Yo, you know what I'm saying?
You can't get
No,
can't get
all I heard about is if you're a nigga, boy, you need to have you really need to have, you know how we talk about, I want a personal chef, I want a personal maid, I want a personal butler. If you're a nigga, you need to have your personal counselor, because the shit we gotta deal with and the shit hold up. Almost got interrupted. Somebody's calling me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Back to regular schedule program. Because the shit that we gotta deal with as a nigga, we got so many prereqs that we gotta fulfill. We got so many requirements we gotta fulfill. We got so many people we gotta make happy. We got so many expectations of us that we gotta be on this fucking pedestal just to get love, just to get pussy, just to have a companion, just for us to go to a fucking movies. I gotta be willing to spend $6 on candy, or else
Right.
I'm not worthy. What the fuck? Are you serious, my niggas and niggerettes? God damn! I gotta be on salary. I gotta make enough money that I don't give a fuck about spending $8 on Twitch just so you think I'm worthy for some pussy. That's a motherfucking bullshit. Only in America. Goddamn Don King in this bitch. Yo, that's some bullshit, yo. Listen. Niggas, kings, yo, know y'all worth.
Know your
Adjust
worth.
accordingly. Make money just so you can swipe and get all the pussy that you want. Be married. YOLO. You only live once. Live for yourself and be happy, because you can't make none of these other motherfuckers happy. Know your worth, kings.
Know your worth, King. Well, on that note, we want to shout out Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Blackjack TV. We want to shout out to Apple, Spotify. We do have our own channel on strim.com. That's STRIMM.com. Channel 6, All Things the Guys podcast. Go back and watch our episodes, some previous ones, and you can kind of catch up on our personalities if you haven't been watching us. Welcome to the show, Mar, tonight. Thank you for being our our comedian for the night. Rika, swipe. Mar said you got unlimited, or Mar said you got unlimited swipes in Miami. So make sure you come back and tell us about that trip. Because we want to know.
Yeah.
I want to invite to the wedding.
We
Anyway.
fuck around, bring both y'all on this motherfucker and call it the Wednesday podcast connection for that Wednesday. And Murr, we here every Wednesday 8:00. My bad, Becca. But every Wednesday 8:00 we're here.
We're also here Monday and Tuesdays as well, depending on what's happening. So, but we definitely are here on Wednesdays at 8:00. So tell a friend to catch us here either on YouTube or Facebook every Wednesday at 8:00. If there is nothing else that you guys want to say, we are going to bid you adieu. Thank you for coming out. God bless and good night. Bye.